You wake up one morning and something feels different. Not in the air, not in the room, in you. The silence that once felt peaceful now feels empty. Your phone doesn't ring. No one knocks on the door. No one asks how you slept. The world didn't end, but it moved on. And you're still here, in a life that feels like it's paused. But here's the truth they never tell you. Growing old isn't the hard part. It's being forgotten. It's realizing that the people you once held together have drifted. And suddenly, you're not just older, you're alone. But if that's you, if you feel like this message was carved out of your chest, don't turn away. Because this video isn't about despair, it's about what to do now. There are three things you must do, not just to survive this stage of life, but to rise through it. And I promise you, if you stay with me, what you'll hear today may just reshape the rest of your life. Let's start here. The silence. When you were younger, silence was rare. There was always a child needing your time, a partner calling your name, a job breathing down your neck, something on the stove, something on the TV, something always. But now there are days when you can hear your own breath. You can hear the hum of the fridge. You can hear the creak of the floorboards and the ache in your own bones. And here's the secret. Silence is not your enemy. It's your teacher. Because buried in that quiet is someone you've been ignoring for decades. You, not the role you played, not the parent, not the spouse, not the worker, but the soul underneath it all. And now that the world has stopped shouting, you can finally hear that voice again. It may speak in sadness at first. It may remind you of your losses, your regrets, your aches, but give it time. Sit with it. Don't run from it. Get a notebook, light a candle, and have a conversation with yourself. Write down your memories, your questions, the things you miss, and most importantly, the things you still want. You haven't disappeared. You've just stopped hearing your own voice beneath the noise of the world. And now that everything's quiet, it's your chance to listen again. Here's the second, and this one is hard, but it's vital. Take responsibility for something, anything. When we're young, life forces it on us. Kids, deadlines, bills, people pulling at you from every direction. You didn't ask for responsibility. It came with the territory. But when you're older, no one asks anything of you anymore. And that feels like freedom at first, until it becomes emptiness. Let me say this as clearly as I can. Responsibility is what gives your life shape. When you remove it completely, you start to wither. Not because you're weak, but because human beings are designed to be useful. You need to wake up in the morning knowing something depends on you. Maybe it's a garden. Maybe it's your neighbor's dog. Maybe it's checking in on someone lonelier than you. Find one small thing to serve. You don't need to save the world. You just need to have a reason to get out of bed that doesn't involve just you. Because the moment you realize you still matter, that something needs you, the sadness that once sat like a weight on your chest begins to lift. Responsibility is not a burden in old age. It's your anchor. It's what keeps you grounded when the winds of isolation threaten to pull you away. Now for the third, and this might be the most soul-wrenching, but also the most freeing. Forgive. Not because they asked for it, not because they deserve it, but because you do. Old age is not just filled with wrinkles and slowed steps. It's packed with ghosts. Ghosts of people who hurt you. Ghosts of things you wish you did differently. Ghosts of dreams that died along the way. And those ghosts, they don't just haunt you, they shape you. Bit by bit, they turn you into someone who expects disappointment, who assumes no one cares, who hides their heart to avoid one more crack. But listen, if you don't consciously choose to let go of that weight, it will become the lens through which you see everything. Your silence will feel like rejection. People's absence will feel like betrayal. You'll stop answering calls because you assume no one really wants to talk to you anyway. And suddenly you're not alone because people left. You're alone because you shut the door from the inside. You have the power to stop that. You can forgive, not to excuse the past, but to free your future. You can say, I was hurt. It wasn't fair, but it ends with me. This pain does not get to write the last chapter of my life. Because when you forgive, you create space. Space for new light, space for softness, space for connection. Forgiveness isn't a gift for the other person. It's a rebirth for you. So if you've made it this far, if something in this message is pulling at your heart, don't just nod and move on. Take action. Maybe tonight, when the house goes quiet again, you don't turn on the TV right away. You sit, you breathe, and you listen to yourself. Maybe tomorrow you find one tiny thing, a walk, a chore, a message to a friend, that gives your day structure. Maybe this weekend you write a letter to someone you never forgave, or maybe you burn it. Or maybe you just whisper, I release you, and let the weight slip off your shoulders. You have more life left in you than you know. You still have something only you can offer this world, but you have to step into it. No one else can do it for you. You are not just some forgotten relic of the past. You are a living soul with decades of stories, strength, and scars. You are the survivor of heartbreak, of laughter, of loss, of love. And yes, the world may feel quieter now, but maybe, just maybe, that quiet isn't a curse. Maybe it's your invitation to rediscover who you are, to create meaning again, to walk into the next chapter, not as someone waiting to fade, but as someone who chose to rise. And let me leave you with this. You're not as alone as you think. Thousands, millions feel the same ache. But if even one person, you, can transform that ache into purpose, then maybe we all can. So, write your story, reclaim your days, and remember, you're not done, you're not finished, and the world still needs you. So act like it.